Hello again. Hello again. It's definitely been quite some time. And I'm definitely behind when it comes to making 365 speeches or conversations like I alluded to in some of my other videos. Well, we'll see if I can still hit that mark. But I will say, I'm just happy to be in front of you, the viewer, once again, as I've had something on my mind. And what I'm going to be diving into today is where I view myself in my own life. I'm at a crossroads. Okay. When I was about 18 or 19 years old, I graduated from high school. I didn't really know where I was going to go. Was I going to go to the military? Oh, and get the respect and all of that and go that way? I didn't think the military was for me at all. Then for some people said, hey, why don't you go into construction? You don't need an education, just start working. Problem with me is I'm not really a handsy dude. I'm not really using tools. And oftentimes when it came to clay, crayons, or Legos, I just couldn't create anything. So that was off the table. And then we had the route of going to school. Oh, go to school. It's the thing that everybody should be doing. You need to go back. Well, I lost drive and motivation, and I was dealing with some personal issues when I was graduating. So I felt like it would have been very bad to go to college knowing that I'd probably flunk out. So I was just working at a sports store for quite some time. And then eventually, whether it was by fate or whether it was my decision, I started doing jujitsu thanks to an individual named Tosh Cook who came in. He got me into jujitsu. I started my martial arts journey, and that sent me on a path of growth, going to Toastmasters to give speeches, reading all kinds of books, which I used to do when I was a kid, but hadn't done a whole lot of it until I reconnected. And then got into jujitsu to improve my physicality. Still a skinny dude, but it kept me in shape. Went back to school, graduated, got my bachelor's degree in international business, and it seemed like I had a direction and I was gaining momentum. Got a few jobs after that, an accounting job, and then most recently had a job called a family service counselor job, which isn't exactly a mental health job like you would think, or a therapy or counseling job. I would say, to best describe it, it's like one part grief counseling, one part sales. Combine those together, that is a family service counselor. Definitely some interesting stories I may talk about later on, but let's just say it wasn't the best fit for me. Which brings me to the present, where I sit today. I sit at a crossroads. Do I continue to take on random jobs? Try this job, try that job, try this job, try that job. Blah, 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 blah. No, I don't think that's ideal for me. Or do I go more into the healing fields that I believe that I'm generally geared towards, such as education or counseling? We'll see how this decision pans out, but whichever decision I make going that way, I'm going to be producing videos on things that I learn, whether it's in school or whether it's through my reading, just to help myself, but also to educate you on what I'm learning, and perhaps something could help your life, whether it's my stories or information that I discover. I'll find the costs, and I believe I will be going those routes as I previously stated, but you never know in life, maybe something pulls me another direction. However, if I've got to make a decision again at this crossroads, I would say that I'm going to go more of the master's degree route to get some momentum. But what I'm also finding is this. Yes, at least I'm sitting at a Nexus Point to make another decision, but I'm also finding out that no one's coming to save me, and that it's my responsibility. No matter how hard I've pushed myself in growth challenges, whether it was running a marathon or going bungee jumping or skydiving or doing these different things to challenge my mind, my body, and my soul, life continues. And while I have found that I have had success in many realms of my life, the career job situation is still the one that I haven't dialed in yet and that I need to figure out. This might be a journey where I have to do a lot of side projects or start my own counseling myself or life coaching or doing little projects involved in the community. I might have to use a lot more of my time to be involved in these different things in order to create something that can either build a reputation or an income for myself while I have my main job. Because I'm sitting here in a position where, not saying it's right or wrong, but when I observe people, most people say, all right, I'm just going to that job is my thing, and then I fell into that, and the rest of my life is just on autopilot. But I'm finding, and I don't know, maybe it's because I've been influenced by all these self-help growth videos or these different podcasts and things where I'm always trying to learn and grow. I feel like this is also the time, besides making this decision, that I'm going to have to put in a lot more effort, and not necessarily effort to like kill myself or grind myself to where I'm not sleeping at all, but I'm going to have to put more effort and use a lot more of my time management to focus very keenly on the things that'll help me create more opportunity for myself and those I love and care about, and who knows, perhaps more people in the community. Anyway, that is my short but sweet talk on where I stand. I will call this video Nexus Point. Thank you for listening and paying attention. I told a little bit about my story, and if anything, just to engage you, the viewer, where are you in the crossroads of your life? What decision do you need to make? Is it a relationship thing you need to answer? Is it a career question you need to answer? Is it an extracurricular question you need to answer? Is it purpose or meaning you need to answer? Is it enjoyment? What are you trying to answer? For me, as I said, my main thing right now is my job or my career, which is pretty much tied to purpose, I would say. And next time I'll have another video. Thank you for watching, and have a good one, wherever you're at in the world.